Hello everyone. Welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayashree. We are discussing Lba-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. I am Vijayashree. Let us look at the first question. A block of mass 10 kg falls freely from a height of 5 meters. What momentum does it impact to the floor just before impact? Let me repeat. A block of mass 10 kg falls freely from a height of 5 meters. What momentum does it impact to the floor just before impact? So the options. Option A 90 kg meter per second. Option B 45 kg meter per second. Option C 99 kg meter per second, and option D 55 kg meter per second. So here you can see the picture. Block of mass 10 kg which falls freely from the height of 5 meter. Height from this floor to this height is 5, and we need to identify the momentum does it impact to the floor just before impact. Okay, so mass of what we are given, let us write the given data first. Mass of block. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. Mass of block m anta ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, which is equal to 10 kg, and height h is equal to 5 meter, and acceleration due to gravity g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. This is a constant, we already know this, and we have to find the momentum of the block just before it hits the ground. This is the given question. So we already know the equation of motion. What is it? V square is equal to ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತಾನೆ V square is equal to U square plus 2G into S. ಇಲ್ಲಿ H ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು S ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೇನೆ, 2G into H ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Where V is final velocity, U is initial velocity, G is acceleration due to gravity, H ಅಂದ್ರೆ height ಅಥವಾ displacement, total displacement covered by this block. Okay. So initial velocity we already know it is 0. So just before falling it was initially at rest. So U is equal to 0. Therefore, final velocity, just substitute the values. V square is equal to 0 square plus 2 into 9.8 into H andre 5 meter alwa, height is 5 meter. So V square ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಇವಾಗ, which is equal to 9.8 into 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 into 5 ಮಾಡೋಣ. It is 2 into 5 is 10. 10 into 9.8 it is equal to 98 ಆಯ್ತು. So V square equal to 98. V equal to square root of 98. So square root of 100 means it is 10. So square root of 98 should be nearly equal to 10. Approximately just 100 ಗಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ 9.9 ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫೈನಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ 9.9 meter per second. So we already know. Next we will calculate the momentum. Next part is momentum. What is momentum? Momentum P is equal to m into v. Alva, P means momentum, m means mass, v means velocity. Okay, so what is the mass? It is 10 kg, right? 10 kg into velocity is 9.9 meter per second. So ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 10 into 9.9 ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is 99 meter. It will be equal to 99. Momentum unit ಏನು? It is kg. Mass into velocity alva. Mass is kg, velocity is meter per second. So final unit is P is finally P is equal to 99 kg meter per second. So the correct answer is option C, 99 meter per kg meter per second. It is the correct answer. Option C is the correct one here. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayshri. We are discussing Lba-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. Question is, shell of mass 100 gram is moving with the speed of 60 meter per second along a straight line inclined at an angle theta is equal to tan inverse of 3 by 2 to the horizontal. The shell explodes into two fragments. One fragment of mass 30 gram moves horizontally with the speed 50 meter per second. Determine the speed of the other fragment. Option A, nearly equal to 60 meter per second. Option B, nearly equal to 25 meter per second. Option C, nearly equal to 100 meter per second. Option D, nearly equal to 25 meter per second. So picture is, here you can see, here is a shell of mass 100 gram moving with the speed of 60 meter per second. So initial speed is 60 meter per second along a straight line inclined at angle theta is equal to tan inverse 3 by 2. Andre tan inverse 1.5 which is equal to 56 degree. 56 degree ge incline agi horizontal jote move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Okay. The shell explodes into two fragments. So at this point, it explodes into two parts. This is one part, this is second part. Okay, explodes into two fragments. One fragment of mass is to one fragment to mass 30 gram moves horizontally with speed of 50 meter per second. Okay, horizontally with the speed of 50 meter per second. Determine the speed of other fragment. So ಇದರ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು, ಇದರ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್. First we will write the given data first. Okay, so mass of the shell ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, which is equal to 100 gram. So 100 gram ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ kg ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ it will be 0.1 kg. Okay, so 100 gram is equal to 0.1 kg. Initial speed, what is the initial speed? 60 meter per second. U is equal to 60 meter per second. 60 meter per second. Angle with the horizontal, theta is equal to tan inverse of 3 by 2. Tan inverse of 3 by 2. So therefore tan theta ಏನಾಯ್ತು, tan theta is equal to 3 by 2 ಆಯ್ತು. Right, tan theta is equal to 3 by 2 ಆಯ್ತು. So consider a right angle triangle. Let it be theta. Okay, this is the adjacent side to theta. ABC ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಡೋಣ. BC is the adjacent side. AB is the opposite side to theta. So tan theta 3 by 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. It is 3, it is 2. So ಇದೇನಾಯ್ತು ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು? ಪೈಥಾಗೋರಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ? So AB square is 3 square plus 2 square. BC square is 2 square, which is equal to 9 plus 4. AC square equal to 9 plus 4. AC equal to AC square equal to 13, which implies AC equal to ಏನಾಯ್ತು square root of 13 ಆಯ್ತು. Right? Square root of 13. Therefore, sin theta ಏನಾಯ್ತು? Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite side divided by hypotenuse, which is equal to AC ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಕ್ತು? Square root of 13 ಅಂತ ಸಿಕ್ತು. So sin theta is equal to 3 opposite side divided by hypotenuse, 3 divided by root 13. Then cos theta is equal to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, which is equal to 2 by root 13. 2 by root 13, right? So we have determined the trigonometric ratio. Okay, so ivaga now coming back to the question. So what is given in the question is shell explodes into two fragments anta kelidare. So here shell explodes into two fragments. After explosion ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎರಡು ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Okay, what is the mass of what are the masses of both fragments? Let us try to find out. Let us write the data. After explosion, so idra data una bariyana. After explosion, M1 mass of first fragment is equal to 30 gram, which is equal to kg convert madidre, which is equal to 0.03 kg ಆಯ್ತು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ mass of another fragment M2 ಅಂತ ತಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, which is equal to 50. Okay, so now first fragment first ಬರೆಯೋಣ ಆಯ್ತಾ? After explosion, first fragment first ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಮಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? M1 ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? 30 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 30 ಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು kg, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 0.03 kg ಆಯ್ತು. ರೈಟ್. ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ನಾನು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನ v1 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನ v1 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ 50 ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 50 ಮೀಟರ್ per second. So which is horizontal alva. One fragment of mass 30 gram moves horizontally with the speed 50 meter per second. So this is horizontal speed. Right. So coming to second fragment. Second fragment mass ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? M2, which is equal to 70 gram converted to kg, 0.07 kg. Speed is, we don't know, we need to calculate that only. Okay, now so resolve initial velocity into two components. So starting velocity ಎಷ್ಟು? What is the initial velocity? It is 60 meter per second. So we resolve this into two components. Okay, let us resolve this 60 meter per second into two components. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, resolve initial speed into two components. Okay, what is this? So let it be u. So I resolve this into two components. This is vector u. Okay. So I resolve this is as ux. This is uy. Okay. Ux, uy. So I resolve this initial velocity into two components. Okay. ಇವಾಗ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ux ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ux is equal to ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಸೊ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ux is equal to so initial velocity ಎಷ್ಟು which is equal to 60 meter per second alva. So horizontal component means 60 into cos theta ಬರುತ್ತೆ cos theta ಬರುತ್ತೆ vertical component uy 60 into sin theta 60 into sin theta. So 60 into cos theta ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು cos theta ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ cos theta is 2 by root 13, right? So cos theta is 2 by root 13. 60 into 2 by root 13. Sin theta ಅಂದ್ರೆ just a minute ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ which is equal to sin theta ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು 60 into cos theta ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ which is equal to 60 into 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 120 divided by root 13 120 divided by root 13 which is equal to 33.28 meter per second ಆಯ್ತು so vertical component 60 into sin theta ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟದು 3 by root 30 into 3 by root 13 so which is equal to 60 into 3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 180 divided by root 13 so root 13 lies between 3 and 4 okay so which is equal to 49.92 meter per second okay so just take the screenshot or note ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇದನ್ನ okay I am going to erase this okay now we have determined the horizontal component of initial velocity and vertical component of initial velocity. Now we will calculate the initial momentum of the components. Okay, let us find the initial momentum of the components. So horizontal momentum nodana. Horizontal momentum, I denote it as Px, which is equal to 0 point mass into velocity. What was the mass? It is 0.1. What was the horizontal velocity? It was 33.28. Just recall, just we have determined 0.1. So horizontal momentum anna madana. We have to calculate the initial momentum. Okay. Initial momentum of this one. So which is equal to 0.1 mass into velocity. ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ P is equal to mass into velocity ಅಲ್ವಾ. So momentum is mass into velocity. We are calculating horizontal momentum. So mass is 0.1, mass of the fragment which is 0.1 kg ಅಲ್ವಾ. So into velocity, horizontal velocity is just we have calculated ux ಅಲ್ವಾ. ux ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? ಸೊ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ 0.1 ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. m into, don't get confused, m into ux which is equal to 0.1 into initial velocity is 33.28. ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನೋಡಿ 0.1 into 33.28 which is equal to 3.328 h2 kg meter per second. Okay, similarly vertical component, vertical momentum, not component, vertical momentum py, I denote it as py, which is equal to 0.1 into vertical velocity is just we have calculated 49.92, which is equal to ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 4.992 ಆಯ್ತು kg meter per second. So momentum unit to kg meter per second ಆಯ್ತು. Okay, so now we have to apply law of conservation of momentum. Okay, what is it? The total momentum before total momentum of the entire system is conserved. That is initial momentum is equal to final momentum. Alva? So we will apply the conservation of momentum in x direction. So first fragment moves horizontally anta ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ. First fragment moves horizontally. Okay, now m1 ಮತ್ತೆ m2 ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ. So first fragment moves horizontally ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So law of conservation of momentum in x direction. Apply law of conservation of momentum in x direction ಅಥವಾ horizontal direction. Okay, so first fragment moves horizontally, right? So its horizontal momentum is p1x ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ first fragment ದು, which is equal to mass ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 30 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ m1 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, which is equal to 30 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ is 0.3 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಾರಿ 0.03 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 0.03 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. .03 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Velocity is corresponding velocity is 50 meter per second ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So which is equal to 1.5 kg meter per second, right? Therefore so what was the initial momentum, which is equal to 3.328. Therefore according to the law of conservation of momentum, which is equal to ಏನದು initial momentum, total initial momentum is equal to total final momentum. total initial momentum equal to total final momentum. This is the law of conservation of momentum, right? So, total initial momentum is to horizontal momentum, total horizontal initial momentum. How much it is? 3.328, right? Which is equal to horizontal momentum we are considering, right? So horizontal momentum of first fragment, which is equal to 1.5 kg meter per second plus horizontal momentum of second fragment. What was the mass of second fragment? What is the mass of second fragment? Which is equal to, so first ಅದು 30 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 70 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ಬೇಕು? 70 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. m2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? 100 ಮೈನಸ್ m1 which is equal to 100 minus 30 which is equal to 70 gram ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ? So 70 gram is 0.07 kg into velocity. Horizontal velocity we don't know. That's why ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫೈನಲ್ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿನ v2 ಅಂತ ತಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ x ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತ. We don't know this. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Which is equal to, I am going to erase this. Just take the screenshot. Okay, I am going to erase this. So what was the expression? 3.328 equal to 1.5 into 1.5 plus 0.07 v2x. v2 means velocity of the final velocity of the second fragment along horizontal direction. Okay, so ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 0.07 v2x is equal to 3.328 minus 1.5 which is equal to ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 3.328 minus 1.5 means it is 1.828 equal to 0.07 v2x. Therefore v2x is equal to 1.828 divided by 0.07 which is equal to 26.11 meter per second. Okay, this is the horizontal velocity of second component. Second fragment. So we have to calculate vertical velocity as well. So apply the conservation of momentum in y direction. Now apply conservation of momentum in y direction. Okay, ಸೊ ಏನು y ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಫೈನಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಇನ್ y ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ನಾವು ಮುಂಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ y ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಯು y ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ಯು y ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? ಸೊ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂಟು, ನಾನು ಬರಿತೀನಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಯು ವೈ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು m1 ಇಂಟು v1y ಪ್ಲಸ್ m2 ಇಂಟು v2y ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. m1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್, v1y ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ y ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, m2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್, v2y ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ y ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ m ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು? 0.1 ಇಂಟು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು? ಸೊ ನಾವು ಎಂ ಯು ವೈ ಅನ್ನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಸೊ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಔಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ 4.992 ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು m1 v1y ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ 0. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ 0. ಸೊ 0 m1 v1 is 0. So momentum in vertical direction is 0 for first fragment plus m2. Consider second fragment. Second fragment na mass is to 0.07 kg into velocity is we don't know, v2y alwa. So now calculate the velocity. v2y is equal to 4.992 divided by 0.07 which is equal to, so ಇದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ 4.9 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 49 ಇದೆ, ಡಿನೋಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 7 ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು, ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 71.31 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ 71 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. 71 ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್ vertical component of the velocity of the second fragment in y direction and velocity of the second fragment in x direction. So velocity, total velocity, I erase this. Just take the screenshot or note it. I am going to erase this. Okay, so vertical component, vertical velocity of the second component v2y was s2 which is equal to 71 meter per second. So horizontal component, final velocity of second fragment in horizontal direction v2x, horizontal direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ second component velocity ಎಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಇದೆಷ್ಟು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 26.11 ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, 26 ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, now find the speed of the second fragment or find the velocity of the second fragment. So velocity v2 is equal to v2 square is equal to v2x square plus v2y square ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ therefore v2 is equal to square root of v2x square plus v2y square. Just substitute it, which is equal to v2x andre 26 square plus 7 v2y square andre 71 square. Okay, which is approximately equal to ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು 26 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 680 ಆಯ್ತಾ? 26 square. Let me calculate the 26 square. into 26. 26 into 26. 76. 676 plus 71 square andre 71 into 71, which is 5041, right? So 676 676 plus 5041 ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 676 plus 5041 ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? which is equal to 6 plus 1 7, 7 plus 4 11, carry 1 7, which is equal to square root of 5717. So square root of 5717 is to square root of 5717 is 75.6. 75.6. So correct answer here is root of 5717, which is equal to 75. 75.6 approximately. So the nearest answer is option B. Option B, 75 meter per second. So the correct answer is answer B, 75 meter per second. Thank you. Hello everyone. Welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayshri. We are discussing LBA-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. Let us look at the question number 3. A body is acted upon by three concurrent coplanar forces of magnitude 2 Newton, 4 Newton and 6 Newton, each acting along different direction in the same plane. Determine the direction along which these forces must act so that body remains in equilibrium. Options. Option A, the force must satisfy the triangle of forces. The magnitudes of a forces must be able to form a triangle. Option B, the direction of each force along the side of a triangle opposite to that force. Then option C, either option A or option B. Option D, none of the options. So four options are given. So what we are given? We are given three concurrent coplanar forces. Concurrent coplanar force means three force anta kottidare. Starting point of all three forces is same. So here you can see concurrent coplanar forces. Coplanar forces means all three forces acting in the same plane. Okay. These three forces are concurrent coplanar forces. So concurrent means, as I told you already, starting point of all three forces is same. This is the starting point. So F1 is 2 Newton, F2 is 4 Newton and F3 is 6 Newton we are given. Right. Now, so what is the condition for equilibrium? For three concurrent coplanar forces to keep a body in equilibrium, then their vector sum must be 0, right? So whenever three concurrent coplanar forces keep a body in equilibrium, here we can see body remains in equilibrium anta kottidare. Whenever body remains in equilibrium, in the sense their vector sum should be 0. That means, so what we can write, F1 vector sum, F1 vector plus F2 vector plus F3 vector should be 0. Right? Vector sum should be 0. So what is the triangle law of forces says? What is the triangle law of forces says? If three forces acting simultaneously on a body are in equilibrium. So ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಮೂರ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೈ ತ್ರೀ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. This is the triangle law of force. This is the statement. Okay. So what we can write here? So given forces, that is 2 Newton, 4 Newton, 6 Newton, they will form a triangle. So the given forces can just form a triangle. So here what we can write? 2 plus 4, which is equal to 6 anta gottagide alva. Since 2 plus 4 equal to 6, the given forces can just form a triangle. So which satisfying equilibrium condition. So 2 plus 4 equal to 6 alva. So what illi nodi? Here we can see clearly. So illi nodi, direction should be like this. Direction take. So triangle law of vector addition anta. So 4 Newton ಮತ್ತೆ 2 Newton we have to take in a, or we have to take in a order. Idr resultant reverse direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So the resultant will be in reverse order. So 2 Newton and 4 Newton we have taken in order. So 2 plus 4 ಆಯ್ತು. RHS 6 ಆಯ್ತು. So 6 Newton. So we have to take in reverse direction. Reverse order. Okay. So we can see this. So what we can conclude? Therefore, the magnitudes of forces must be able to form triangle. The direction of each force along the side opposite to that force in the force triangle. So here you can see clearly. Okay, so let us analyze the options. So option A in ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. The force must satisfy the triangle of forces. Okay, so this is correct. The magnitudes of a forces must be able to form a triangle. This is correct. Right option. Option B ನೋಡೋಣ. The direction of each force is along the side of triangle opposite to that force ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Each force acts along the side opposite to that force in the force triangle ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. That is also correct. So here you can see force triangle. Okay. This is a force triangle. This is a triangle. Okay. So option B also correct here. Option B also correct. So next option ನೋಡೋಣ. Either option A or option B. So this is correct. None of the options it is wrong. So since both option A and B are correct, so most appropriate answer is option C, either option A or B. This is the correct. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayshri. We are discussing LBA-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. Let us look at the question number 4. An object of mass 1.2 kg is placed on a surface at a point P. A reaction force vector R and frictional force vector F act on an object and the angle between R and F is 60 degree. Determine the possible values of frictional force. Option A 0 Newton and 11.76 Newton. Option B 0 Newton and 6.79 Newton. Option C 10 Newton and option D 20 Newton. So here you can see the image. Okay, this is the object of mass m equal to 1.2 kg placed on the surface at a point P. A reaction force R and frictional force F acts on the object. The angle between R and F is 60 degree. The reactional force and frictional force. Frictional force always acts horizontally. Okay. And reaction force is the resultant of reaction and frictional force. Normal reaction and frictional force. Okay. That angle is 60 degree we are given. That is angle between resultant force and frictional force. How resultant force we obtain? It is the resultant of normal reaction, that is N, and frictional force F. So normal reaction acting vertically upwards and frictional force acting horizontally in forward direction. If we take the resultant of that, we will get reaction force, this R. Okay, this R. So resultant of this N and F will give you resultant. Okay, so this is weight of the object which is acting in downward direction, which is equal to mass into gravitational force. Okay, so let us write the given data first. So first mass of the object is ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ m is equal to 1.2 kg. Okay. So angle between the reaction force and frictional force is equal to theta. That is equal to 60 degree. Angle between R and vector R and vector F. This is vector F, this is vector R, this is vector N. Okay, is equal to 60 degree, right? Acceleration due to gravity, G is equal to, we already know this constant, 9.8 meter per second square. So weight of the object which is acting in downward direction, weight of the object W is equal to M into G, which is equal to mass is 1.2 kg, gravitational force is or acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square, which is equal to 1.2 into 9.8 ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it will be 11.76 Newton. Weight is equal to 11.76 Newton. It is the force only. Weight of the object is 11.76 Newton. Now what we need to calculate. So let us understand the forces. Three forces acting on the object. One is normal reaction, and another one is a frictional force, and another one is reaction force. This is N, F, and R. So these three forces acting on this single object, right? So weight W Sorry. So this is just resultant of N and F. So initially ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು act ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? So normal reaction. So normal reaction N, vector N, which is acting upwards, and frictional force, which is acting horizontally in forward direction, and weight of the object that is acting in downward direction. So totally est force aitu? There are three forces acting on object. Weight W, which is acting in downward direction, normal reaction, which is acting in upward direction, and frictional force, which is acting horizontally, which is acting along the surface. These three forces acting on the object, the resultant of this normal reaction and frictional force will be reaction force. So reaction force is the resultant of this, as I already ನಿಮಗೆ ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Reaction force is nothing but it is the resultant of this normal reaction and frictional force acting along the surface. Okay, so angle between them is 60 degree. Already ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So resolve the reaction force into two components. Resolve ಹಾಕೊಂಡೇ ಇದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So this component, this reaction force into two component. Okay, so already ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ resolve ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ವೈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಇವಾಗ ನಾನಿಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಆರ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಸೈನ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಥೀಟಾ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ reaction force and just a minute, theta is angle, so it is the angle between reaction force and frictional force. So r cos 60, e direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ r sin 60. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ vertical component n is equal to r sin 60 ಅಲ್ವಾ, which is equal to sin 60 ಅಂದ್ರೆ √3/2. ನಾವು ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಅದು ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ F is equal to r cos 60 ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಕಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ F is equal to r cos 60. It should be 60 degree. Okay, now ಇವಾಗ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಈ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಇದು ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. therefore ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಎನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಬ್ಲ್ಯೂ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, normal reaction force ಮತ್ತೆ weight of the object both having equal magnitude but in opposite direction. So n is equal to w is equal to 11.76. So therefore n is equal to r sin 60, r sin 60, which is equal to r ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ, what is r here? R should be which is equal to R, okay, which is equal to, R we need to calculate here, R sin 60. R we need to calculate. So, ivaga, therefore R, which implies R is equal to n divided by sin 60. So n ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, n is equal to W is equal to 11.76 Newton ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. We already know this because weight of the object and normal reaction both have equal magnitude but opposite direction. We already know this. So n ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು 11.76 divided by sin 60. Sin 60 ಅಂದ್ರೆ √3/2. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಜಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. R is equal to 11.76 divided by √3/2 ಆಯ್ತು, which is equal to √3/2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು, √3/2 value is approximately 1.22 ಅಂತ. 11.76 divided by just a minute. Which is equal to ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು 11.76 into 2 divided by √3 ಅಂತ ಮಾಡೋಣ, which is equal to 11.76 into 2 means which is equal to 11.76 into 2 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ which is equal to 23 approximately divided by √3 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. √3 lies between square root of 4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ, square root of 4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಆಯ್ತು, square root of 1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 ಆಯ್ತು. So lies between 1 and 2. So √3 lies between 1 and 2. So it is 1.7 alva, √3 andre 1.7, 23 divided by 1.7 ಆಯ್ತು. 23 divided by 1.7, 23 divided by 1.7 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it will be approximately which is equal to 13.5 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, 13.5 ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. This much Newton ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, this is Newton, right? 13.5 Newton. Okay, this is 13.5 Newton. So now we will calculate F. So what we need to calculate? Determine the possible value for frictional force ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Frictional force ಅಂದ್ರೆ F is equal to, ನಾವು ನೋಡಿ previous slide ಅಲ್ಲಿ F is equal to ಏನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು, F is equal to R cos 60 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, right? So F is equal to R into cos into 60, which is equal to R is now 13.5 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ into cos 60 is 1/2, right? So which is equal to 13 divided by 2 means 6.5, 6.7 approximately, 6.7 Newton approximately. Okay, so possible value for frictional force 1 is 6.7 Newton and Another possible value. So one value is 6.7 meter. So for an object on a surface, minimum frictional force occur when smooth surface. So frictional force zero yavaga surface is smooth. So ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗತ್ತೆ ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ? ಒಂದು, ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಝೀರೋ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಝೀರೋ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಕೇಸ್. ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇಸ್ 100% ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಝೀರೋ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 6.7 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so the correct answer here is option B, 0 Newton and 6.79 Newton. So frictional force yavaga 0 agutte when surface is 100% smooth. This is in ideal case. Okay, ideal case alli idu. This is in normal case alli. So ಎರಡು possible value ಇದೆ. Thank you. Hello everyone. Welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayashri. We are discussing Lba-Kcet question of the chapter Laws of Motion. Let us see the question number 5. A motor car is moving along a circular path of radius 250 meter with a speed of 30 meter per second. If its speed is increasing at the rate of 5 meter per second square, what is the magnitude of its resultant acceleration? Option A 2.1 meter per second, option B 6.1 meter per second square, option C 5 meter per second square, and option D 4.2 meter per second square. So this is the diagram. So here you can see a circular track. Car is moving along the circular path. Okay, there are two kinds of acceleration acting on this. So to understand the car's movement, we must look at the tangential acceleration and centripetal acceleration. Okay, so two kinds of acceleration acting along the car. Okay, so velocity direction is always along the tangential direction. So E point at this particular point, what is the direction of velocity of the car? It is along the tangential direction. Here you can see. So acceleration, when it comes to acceleration, there are two kinds of acceleration acting on the car. One is tangential acceleration, another one is centripetal acceleration. Tangential acceleration, its direction is along the tangent, same as the velocity direction. Centripetal acceleration, its direction is uh, along the radius and towards the center. Okay, so let us try to understand both accelerations. So centripetal acceleration. So what it does, it changes the direction of car. Okay, so what is the role of this? It pulls the car into the curve. So car ಅನ್ನ ಈ ಕರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋ ತರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So that it pulls the car into the curve, so that it should not follow a straight line. Okay, so in this problem ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Centripetal acceleration, which is not given. Okay, then tangential acceleration. Tangential acceleration andre ಏನು? So what is the role of this tangential acceleration? It changes the speed of the car. Speed means magnitude of velocity alva. So velocity na change ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So not velocity, speed. Speed ಅನ್ನ change ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? It makes the car go faster or slower. Okay, ಕಾರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗೋ ತರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗೋ ತರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ along the track. It is the role of tangential acceleration. So ಇದರ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, it acts along the tangent. Okay, it acts along the tangent, so same as the direction of velocity. So ಆಮೇಲೆ centripetal acceleration always points directly inward the, sorry, let me repeat, its direction is towards the center of a circular path. Okay, its direction is towards the center of circular path along the radius of a circular path. ಓಕೆ, ಎರಡು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದರ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು. ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್, ಇದು ಎರಡರದ್ದು ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟು ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್. ಸೊ ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಎರಡು ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್, okay, angle between them will be 90 degree. So resultant will be in the same way. Tangential acceleration and centripetal acceleration both acting in a 90 degree. So angle is 90 degree. So resultant will be A. Okay, vector addition ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? Okay, so what we are given here, first let us try to write the given data. So first radius of the circular path r is equal to 250 meter anta kottidare. So radius is given as 250 meter and speed of the car which is given as 30 meter per second anta kottidare. Radius 250 meter, speed is 30 meter, and acceleration, tangential acceleration. If the speed increasing at a rate 5 meter per second indicates what? It is tangential acceleration. ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ acceleration ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದ path. So along the track ಮೂಲಕ along the path ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ at a rate ಅಂದ್ರೆ tangential acceleration at is equal to how much? It is 5 meter per second square. So we need to identify the resultant accelerations, right? So centripetal acceleration ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Resultant acceleration A ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ AT ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, which is equal to 5 meter per second square ಇದೆ. AC ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So AC centripetal acceleration acting inwards alwa. So along the radius acting towards the center alwa, center kade direction irutte. AC is equal to v square divided by r. Velocity is 30 square divided by radius is 250. So which is equal to 30 square means 900 divided by 250 100. 0 get cancelled, which is equal to 3.6 meter per second square. Okay, so ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈಗ AC ಸಿಕ್ತು, AT ಸಿಕ್ತು. ಸೊ ಎರಡರದ್ದು ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ AT and AC, AT ಮತ್ತೆ AC. ಓಕೆ, ಎರಡರದ್ದು ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. I don't need to draw this. So here we are given already. So resultant of AT ಮತ್ತೆ AC is A. So vector addition ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay. So ನಾವೀಗ magnitude ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋಣ. So since AT and AC ಅಂದ್ರೆ tangential acceleration and centripetal acceleration both acting perpendicular to each other, right? So angle between them is 90 degree. So vector addition ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಪೈಥಾಗೋರಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? resultant acceleration A is equal to square root of tangential acceleration AT square plus centripetal acceleration AC square ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So AT square means how much? 5 square. AC square means 3.6 square, right? So ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 5 square is 25, 36 square is 1296. 36 square ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1296 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ 2 ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ it will be 3.6 square is 12.96 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, which is equal to A is equal to ಏನ್ ಬಂತು? 25 plus 12.96, which is equal to square root of ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 25 plus 12 ಅಂದ್ರೆ which is equal to 37.96 ಆಯ್ತು. 37.96 ಆಯ್ತು. So square root of 36 means 6 ಅಲ್ವಾ? square root of 36 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 6 ಆಯ್ತು. 37 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 6 point something ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 6.1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 6.1 meter per second square. Okay, thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayshri. We are discussing Lba-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. Let us look at the question number 6. A stream of bullets, each having a mass of 0.1 kg, strikes a stationary wall at a rate of 100 bullets per second. The bullets approach the wall with a speed of 90 meter per second and rebound in the opposite direction with the speed 30 meter per second. What is the average force exerted on the wall by the bullets? What is the average force exerted on the wall by bullets? So options, option A 120 Newton, option B 100 Newton, option C 50 Newton and option D 160 Newton. So here we can see the diagram. So this is incoming bullet with the speed of 90 meter per second. This is rebounding bullet in the opposite direction with the speed 30 meter per second. Okay. So mass of each bullet is 0.1 kg. Number of bullets striking per second is 100 bullets per second. Okay, this is a stationary wall. So first now ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಡಾಟಾವನ್ನು ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಚ್ ಬುಲೆಟ್ m is equal to 0.01 kg. Number of bullets striking per second equal to 100 bullets per second. Okay, 100 bullets. 100 bullets per second ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ u. Initial velocity, initial speed, incoming bullet. What is the speed of incoming bullet? U is equal to, we are given as 90 meter per second. 90 meter per second. So rebound speed in opposite direction. Alva? When bullets are rebounding, then the speed will be 30 meter per second anta ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, which is in opposite direction. So forward direction ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ, because speed is velocity is a vector quantity, so we have to specify the speed also. So final velocity will be ಎಷ್ಟು, final velocity of the bullet will be 30 meter per second in opposite direction. Therefore we have to take minus 30 meter per second because bullets rebound in the opposite direction. So this is the final velocity. Okay, now change in the momentum. We will calculate the change in the momentum of bullet. Change in momentum. Change in momentum of bullet. ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್, ನಾನಿಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಬುಲೆಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಪಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು mv, final momentum minus initial momentum mu. Final momentum is mv, initial momentum is mv. ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಪಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಪಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಪಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್. ಪಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂ ವಿ, ಪಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂ ಯು. ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂಟು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ which is equal to m into v minus u ಆಯ್ತು. What is mass? It is 0.01 into final velocity is minus 30. It is minus 30 meter per second. Final velocity is minus 30 meter per second. Initial velocity is 90 meter per second. So now next slide ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ. Just note it or take the screenshot of this. Okay. Delta P is equal to ಏನಾಯ್ತು 0.01 into minus 30 minus 90 ಅಲ್ವಾ, minus 90 which is equal to 0.01 into minus 30 minus 90 means minus 120, which is equals to ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? It is 1.2 with negative sign delta P. So what is the unit of momentum? It is kg meter per second. This much kg meter per second. Okay. So this is the change in momentum. So what is the negative sign indicating? It indicates bullets momentum changes opposite to the initial direction. So change in the momentum. So the momentum changes opposite to the initial direction of motion. So total magnitude, if you consider magnitude of delta P, just we have to consider numerical value only. Magnitude means we have to consider numerical value only. Just skip the negative sign. Delta P equal to 1.2 kg meter per second. Now change in momentum per second, that is rate of change of momentum, which is equal to delta P divided by delta T. Rate of change of momentum is rate andre change in momentum in 1 second alwa. Change in momentum in 1 second, which is equal to ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? which is equal to ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? which is equal to 1.2 into 100, which is equal to ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 120 kg meter per second ಆಯ್ತು. Why I have taken 100? Because ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? 100 bullets per second ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 100 bullets per second. For one moment, one bullet, it is 1.2 kg meter per second. Change in momentum. So for 100 bullets, we have to multiply 1.2 by 100. So rate of change of momentum. So since 100 bullets strikes every second, alwa 100 bullets ಪ್ರತಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ rate of change of momentum is equal to 120 kg meter per second ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ force is equal to ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೇನೆ, because force is equal to rate of change of momentum, that is delta P divided by delta T, which is equal to 120 Newton. So force is nothing but rate of change of momentum only. So which is equal to 120 Newton. So the correct answer is option A, 120 Newton. Thank you. Hello everyone. Welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayashri. We are discussing Lba-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. Let us look at the question number 7. 10 identical 10 rupee coins, each having mass m, are arranged in a vertical stack counting from the bottom. What is the normal force exerted by 8th coin on 7th coin? Option A 2 mg, option B 1 mg, option C 6 mg, and option D 3 mg. So you can see the diagram. There are 10 identical coins of 10 rupee anta itkolona. So each having mass m. Okay. 10 identical coins, mass is m, are arranged vertically. So you can see the arrangement of 10 coins. We have to count from the bottom, right? So this is first, this is second coin. So idu bottom aitu, this is first coin, second coin, third coin, fourth coin, fifth coin, sixth coin, seventh coin, eighth coin, ninth coin, and 10th coin. Okay. Okay. So what we need to calculate, what is the normal force exerted by 8th coin on 7th coin. So look at the 7th coin here. This is the 7th coin. Okay. So ಈ 7th coin ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಷ್ಟರ ಭಾರವನ್ನು ಹೊತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ? ಈಗ 7th coin ಮೇಲೆ 8th coin ಇದೆ, 9th coin ಇದೆ, 10th coin ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ಮೂರು ಕಾಯಿನಿನ ಭಾರವನ್ನ 7th coin ಹೊತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. So weight on this 7th coin ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ವೇಟ್ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಮ್. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ವೇಟ್ W is equal to m into g, and normal force N. Both are having same magnitude but in opposite direction. Okay. So this is the rough idea to solve this question. Very simple question. Okay. So let us write the data first. Total number of identical coins. Total number of identical coins, which will be 10. Mass of each coin. Mass of each coin andre ಎಷ್ಟು? Mass equal to m. Alva? So we need to identify the normal force exerted by 8th coin on 7th coin. Okay. So normal force andre namge 7th coin ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಭಾರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡ್ದಾಗೇನೆ 7th ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಭಾರವನ್ನು ಹೊತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ? 8th ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಭಾರ ಹೊತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ, 9th ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ 10th ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಈ ಮೂರದ್ದು ಭಾರ ಹೊತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. So weight over 7th coin will be in downward direction. Normal force will be in upward direction. Okay. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ 7th coin supports all coins above it. 7th coin supports 8th coin, 9th coin, 10th coin. 7th coin ಮೇಲೆ 3 coin ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So total coins supported equal to total coins ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. ಈಗ 7th coin ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಯಿನ್ಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ? ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್ supported by 7th coin equal to 3 alva. So now we will calculate the normal force. So what is the contact force anta nodona? The contact force between 8th and 7th coin equal to the weight of all the coins above the contact surface. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೇಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ವೇಟ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್, ವೇಟ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏಟ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಎರಡು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಭಾರ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಮೂರು ಕಾಯಿನ್ದು ಭಾರ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವೇಟ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 3 ಇಂಟು ಎಂ ಇಂಟು ಜಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಚ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಂ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ 3 ಯಾಕೆ ತಗೊಂಡಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಮೇಲೆ 3 ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಏಟ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಇದೆ, ನೈನ್ತ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಇದೆ, 10th ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ 3 ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 3 ಇಂಟು ಎಂ ಜಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 3 ಇಂಟು ಎಂ ಜಿ. ಸೊ ವೇಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವೇಟ್ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಇದು ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೇಟ್ ಬೋತ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್. ಸೊ ವೇಟ್ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ವೇಟ್. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ, 3mg. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿರುವಂತಹ ವೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. Hello everyone, welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayashree. We are discussing Lba-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. Let us look at the question number 8. An astronaut accidentally drifts away from his spaceship, which is accelerating through empty interstellar space at a constant rate of 100 meter per second square. The moment the astronaut loses contact with the spaceship, what will be his acceleration? What will be his acceleration? This is the question we are given. Options. Option A, acceleration greater than 100 meter per second. Option B, acceleration less than 100 meter per second. Option C, acceleration equal to 1 meter per second square. Option D, acceleration equal to 0 meter per second square. This is the image. So astronaut in spaceship. So when he is in spaceship, he is in contact with the spaceship. Okay, astronaut in contact with spaceship. So spaceship is accelerating at a speed of 100 meter per second. So next ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ eventually after astronaut loses contact. Okay, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ astronaut ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ spaceship ಇಂದ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಕೊತಾನೆ. Okay, spaceship continues to accelerate at 100 meter per second. Astronaut continues with the same velocity, no change in velocity or direction at the instant of separation. Okay, therefore no external force act on the astronaut in empty space, so acceleration will be 0. Okay, so nodi, so what we are given, acceleration of the spaceship, the spaceship accelerating at a speed 100 meter per second square. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ astronaut loses contact. Okay, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಗ the motion in the empty interstellar space ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, because ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ we have to apply the Newton's first law here. Okay, so what is the Newton's first law? A body continues in its state of rest or uniform motion in a straight line unless it is acted upon by external force. Okay, suppose body ಏನು ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಮೋಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ? ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋ ತನಕ ಅದು ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ದು? ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆದಾಗ ಅದರ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ Newton's first law. So when astronaut loses contact with the spaceship, the contact force from the spaceship becomes 0. So contact force ಇರಲ್ಲ. astronaut spaceship ಇಂದ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ contact force will be equal to 0 alwa. So there is no external force acting on the astronaut now, because 0 air resistance, it is empty, air resistance is 0 alwa, no air resistance or no external force. Hagagi there is no external force when astronaut loses his contact from spaceship. So according to Newton's law ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? According to Newton's law, F is equal to mass into acceleration. No external force means F is equal to 0. No external force in the sense what? External force F is equal to 0. When he loses the contact with spaceship, F is equal to 0, because external force acting on astronaut equal to 0, which implies acceleration acting on him also 0. Okay, this is the concept according to first law of motion. So the right answer here is option D, acceleration equal to 0 meter per second square. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayashri. We are discussing Lba-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. Let us see the question number 9. A constant force acts on an object of mass 1.5 kg, increasing its speed from 5 meter per second to 9 meter per second in 11 seconds without changing the direction of motion. Which pair of physical quantities can be calculated directly using Newton's second law and the impulse momentum theorem? Okay, options. Option A, force and kinetic energy. Option B, force and impulse. Option C, momentum and centripetal acceleration. And option D, kinetic energy and centripetal acceleration. Okay. So what is the mass of object? It is 1.5 kg. It increases its speed from 5 meter per second to 9 meter per second in the time 11 second. Time duration is 11 second. Constant force acting on this. So ಯಾವ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಯನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್, m is equal to 1.5 kg, initial speed u is equal to, which is 5 meter per second, final speed v is equal to 9 meter per second. ಸೊ ಏನೇನನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಡಾಟಾವನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಡಾಟಾ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್, t is equal to 11 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಡಾಟಾವನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಯನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಏನೇನನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೇ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ acceleration, which is equal to v minus u is equal divided by t. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. acceleration means change in velocity, that is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. Final velocity is 9 meter per second, initial velocity 5 meters per second, corresponding time is 11, which is equal to 9 minus 5 is 4, time is 11, which is equal to 4 by 11 meter per second square. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಾ? ಎಸ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಎಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1.5 kg ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 1.5 kg, acceleration is 4 by 11. 4 by 11 ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ 1.5 means 1.5 into 4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ it will be 6 divided by 11. This much Newton ಆಯ್ತು. So we have calculated force using second law ಅಲ್ವಾ. Now we can calculate change in momentum. So change in momentum, which is equal to delta p, which is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Momentum is nothing but mass into velocity. Change in momentum delta p equal to p final minus p initial, which is equal to m into v minus m into u, which is equal to m into v minus u, which is equal to mass is 1.5 kg, velocity, final velocity is 9 meter per second, initial velocity is 5 meter per second, which is equal to 1.5 into 4, which is equal to 6 kg meter per second square. 6 kg meter per second square is the answer. 6 kg meter per second square. Sorry, not second square. 6 kg meter per second is the answer. So can we calculate the impulse now? Yes, we can calculate the impulse. Impulse means what? J. Impulse is nothing but change in momentum. ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು, ಇದನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಎಫ್ ಇಂಟು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಪಿ ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಎರಡು ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ large amount of force acting in a short interval of time ಅಂತ. So which is nothing but force into delta t or change in momentum delta p ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಪಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು, 6 kg meter per second, which is equal to 6 kg meter per second. So impulse also 6 kg meter per second. ಸೊ ಏನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು, ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್. So what are the quantities we have calculated till now? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು force, second delta p, change in momentum, third impulse j. So ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. So what is the right answer here? Force and impulse. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡೋಣ. Force and kinetic energy. Kinetic energy we cannot calculate using second law and impulse momentum theory. Force and impulse we can calculate. Momentum and centripetal acceleration, okay, velocity beku, so we cannot calculate. Kinetic energy and centripetal acceleration we cannot calculate. Centripetal acceleration calculate madak agalla. Circular motion ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನೇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. Hello everyone, welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayashri. We are discussing Lba-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. Let us see the question number 10. We will look at the question number 10. A constant force acting on an object of mass 1.5 kg changes its speed from 5 meter per second to 9 meter per second in 11 seconds The direction of motion of the body is unaltered. The magnitude and direction of force. Options. Option A 0.55 Newton. Option B 0.39 Newton. Option C 0.12 Newton. And option D 0.25 Newton. Just a minute. I am repeating this. Hello everyone. Welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayashri. We are discussing Lba-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. Let us look at the question number 10. A constant force acting on an object of mass 1.5 kg changes its speed from 5 meters per second to 9 meters per second in 11 seconds. The direction of motion of the body is unaltered. The magnitude and direction of force will be option A 0.55 Newton, option B 0.39 Newton, option C 0.12 Newton, and option D 0.25 Newton. Okay. So what is given? A mass of 1.5 kg, constant force acting on it. So initial time is 0, and in 11 seconds, it attains velocity, final velocity 9 meter per second. So again force acting on this. So what we are given, direction of the motion of the body is unaltered. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So direction of motion is unchanged here. So what we need to calculate, magnitude and direction of the force. Okay, what we are given here first, let us write the data. Mass of the object is 1.5 kg. Initial speed u is equal to 5 meter per second. Final speed v is equal to 9 meter per second. And time interval is 11 second. Okay. So we need to calculate the force first, magnitude of force. Then we can calculate the direction. So here what we are given, direction of motion is unaltered anta kottidare. So direction of the force will be in the direction of the motion only. Okay, suppose forward direction alli object move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ force will be in that direction only. Okay, so let us calculate the magnitude of the force. Before that, we will calculate the acceleration. Okay. Force calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ acceleration first ಬೇಕು. Acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time, which is equal to final velocity is 9, initial velocity is 5 meter per second divided by 11 second, which is equal to 4 by 11 meter per second square. Acceleration is 4 by 11 meter per second square. Acceleration is. Then we will calculate the force. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is 1.5 kg. Acceleration, just we have calculated 4 by 11 meter per second square, which is equal to 1.5 into 4 means it is 6 divided by 11 Newton. 6 divided by 11 Newton. Okay. So what should be the direction? Let us determine the direction. Since speed increases from 5 meter per second to 9 meter per second, so direction of motion is unchanged. Unaltered means unchanged. So acceleration is along the direction of motion. Acceleration is along the direction of motion. Therefore, force also along in the same direction. Force also acting in the same direction. ಎರಡು acceleration ಮತ್ತೆ force ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ motion in a moving direction ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay. So force acts in the direction of motion. So the right answer here is 0.55 Newton. ಈಗ 6/11 ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 0.55 ಆಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ 0.55 Newton and direction is in the direction of motion. Okay, force acting along the direction of motion. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ 0.55 Newton is the correct one. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to Sankalp Learning Solution. I am Vijayshri. We are discussing Lba-Kcet questions of the chapter Laws of Motion. Let us look at the question number 11. A ball of mass 1 kg moving with velocity 10 meter per second hits a wall and rebounds with the same speed. The change in the momentum is options. Option A 10 kg per meter, 10 kg meter per second. Option B 20 kg meter per second. Option C 20 kg meter second. And option D 10 kg meter second. Okay. So here difference ana observe ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಏನು ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಎ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿ ದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು calculate the numerical value along with correct unit. Okay, so what we are given first, ball of mass 1 kg. So mass of the ball is 1 kg. So with velocity, with initial velocity u is equal to 10 meter per second. Okay, it hits the wall. So initial velocity 10 meter per second only, it hits the wall and it rebounds with the same speed. So final velocity will be minus 10 meter per second. Why I have taken minus 10? Because rebounds means direction will be opposite to the initial speed. So numerical value is same, direction is different for final velocity. Okay, initial velocity plus 10 meter per second, final velocity minus 10 meter per second. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಲ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಗೋಡೆಗೆ ಹಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಬೌಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ. ಈಗ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್, ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ pi, which is equal to mass into initial velocity. Mass into initial velocity, which is equal to 1 kg into 10 meter per second, which is equal to 10 kg meter per second. So initial velocity is 10 kg meter per second. Okay. Then next final velocity anna nodona. Pf, final velocity will be mass into, sorry, not final velocity, it is final momentum. Okay, final momentum is equal to mass into final velocity, which is equal to 1 into minus 10, which is equal to minus 10 kg meter per second, right? So change in momentum, change in momentum, which is equal to delta p, which is equal to p final minus p initial, which is equal to p final is minus 10 kg meter per second minus initial means 10 kg meter per second, which is equal to 10 minus 10 minus 10, which is equal to minus 20 kg meter per second. This is the correct answer. Okay, so the right answer here is minus 20 kg meter per second. Delta p anta takondaga, if we take the modulus of p, modulus of delta p anta bandaga, it will be 20 kg meter per second agutte. Okay, if we take the modulus. So the right answer here is option B, 20 kg meter per second. Thank you.